Hello, my dear friends. Maggie here. I'm so glad that you stopped by to see me today. Today I'm going to be doing 50 Stack Challenge. This is hosted by Amy from Crafty Cats. But before we get started, I do want to read God's Word. He will beautify the meek with salvation, Psalms 149:4. And with God, all things are possible, Mark 10:27. Amen to that. All right, so I do have some shout outs. I have Tammy from Mystic Creative Cottage, TJ Bird's Journey, Terry from Tellen's Place Design, Leanne Jones 598, Alma Ticer 3737, Selena Stevens, Thumbelina 1568, Melinda 4815. Thank you as always for your wonderful comments. You have no idea how much they mean to me. So thank you. So today we have two new prompts 21 and 22. I do believe, I hope I wrote it down wrong. It'll be right when I post my video. I'll correct it if I'm saying it wrong now. And the prompts are envelope and ticket. So I don't ordinarily like to use tickets. I don't use them very much, really hardly ever. If I'm using a kit and they're in a kit, I usually don't cut them out or even do anything with them unless I need something small to put in a little pocket. But that's what the prompt is today, so that's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to do. And when I thought of ticket, other than just tickets, I thought of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And I remembered, or I was pretty sure that I had some gold glittery paper. Now this really is not a bright gold. I don't know what color this is supposed to be. It's not a rose gold, but it's almost looks like it's gold with darker undertone. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't have a brighter gold, so I decided to use this. And I'm also going to use this envelope right here. I've got some other things here. I'm going to make a pocket out of this, and I'm going to put my tag in the pocket. So let's work on the envelope first. Now, I got inspired to do this envelope by Print and Pixel. I love their channel. It's a mother-daughter team. The mother does the talking on the videos, but they work together to create. They have an Etsy shop and I believe a Ko-Fi shop, and I really enjoy watching them. But I think this was an older video. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'm going to use this pocket, and I'm just going to barely trim the very top of this off. I know I could cut it off with scissors, but I hate to tell you, I had a really bad night. I did not sleep. Well, I think I fell asleep late. I had a hard time going to sleep. And then I woke up at 3 o'clock. Could not go back to sleep. I tried and tried. I listened to some videos, and then I ended up listening to one creator I probably shouldn't have listened to at 3 o'clock in the morning when I was trying to go back to sleep, because she was I loved her and I subscribed to her channel, but she's very upbeat and very, and so anyway, I'm so happy I discovered her channel. I really am, but it was the wrong time of the day to listen to it for me. I'm just going to take this out, and then I'm going to glue this down. I'm going to set my cutter aside just for the moment. So I'm going to glue this flap down, and I'm just wondering if I actually want to leave it this tall, because it's my tag is probably going to be almost that tall, but if I cut it down, well, 7, it'll be all right, I think. I'm afraid if I cut it down too much, I could cut it down a little bit. I think would be okay. So I think I'll cut it down too. Let's see how this looks. Oh, this will still be okay. Not quite the same look, but I think it'll be all right. So let me set this aside just for the moment. And I want to ink around these. Now, when I first thought about doing this, I thought of Christmas, but I don't know what Christmas journal I'm going to do next. I haven't decided yet. So well, of course, my Roaring 20s, this will go perfect in that. So decided to make a pocket and a tag for the Roaring 20s. Now most of that down there is going to be covered up. I thought I'd better ink up here. All right, so let me glue this flap down. And I actually don't want this to get sticky. I don't know if I should do something with that or not. I probably should. I am so tired though, I can't think straight. So you'll have to please forgive me. There was nothing wrong with me while I couldn't sleep. I did develop a headache though after a time because I was so tired to begin with. And then I wanted to sleep so badly. I did develop a headache, but I took something for that. I just could not go to sleep. Nothing hurt. I wasn't worried about anything. You know, just plain couldn't sleep. Just trying to see where I want my glue to go here. I don't want to over glue this. Okay, so I'm going to close this. Okay. I've got this doily here I think I want to put in here. And I've got, now this, the things I'm going to use today came from this book that I found on Amazon. It's a Roaring 20s Deco fashion journal, from Gingerbread Prince. I don't know how much I paid for this, but it was too much. Although it's not a bad book, it really isn't. It does have some beautiful images in it. The paper is a nice weight. You know, it's not real thin, nor is it real shiny. So there are good things about this. I just think it was overpriced. Now that I've been doing this a little bit, and I've bought some cut and collage books, I get really frustrated when you order something, you see the page, and you kind of see that, you see the cover, and which is always beautiful, and you read this brief description that doesn't tell you a whole lot, except maybe how many images there are in there. But there's no pictures of any of the other pages. You know, it's just so, there's so little information. You order it, it ends up being, I've got some that I'm just going to say are pieces of junk. This is not a piece of junk. I just don't think it's worth the money. All right, so I do want to, what do I want to do here? Where are my other little, this is going to go in here. But I think I want to put a piece of this. I want to cut this out, this paper. This came from there also, that book. And I will use that book. I paid for it, and so I will try to use as much of it as I can in this Roaring Twenties journal. I'm loving this. I wish I would have known about J.J. Madness earlier. I mean, I saw people talk about the journal that they were doing for J.J. Madness, but I really did not get it, you know. And so I feel bad that I didn't join sooner, because it's fun. Do I just want a strip of this? About 7 inches. Got my coffee here. You know, I stopped drinking coffee. I may have talked about this already for a couple of months. And switched over to tea, because I do like tea. But honestly, I really enjoy my cup of coffee in the morning. I really do. I missed it, so I had to go back. Because either way, I only drink 1 cup of coffee or tea during the day. Not because it keeps me awake at night, because it doesn't. I do drink iced tea, and I drink that most of the day. Well, how tall is this? Got it too. 3, 4, 5. I guess it's 5 3/4. All right. Got a little bit more off. And I kind of want to use a piece of my gold sequins on here, but I do want to cut this off. Maybe if I just fold it under, that would work. I don't know. I say I'm really going by the seat of my pants today. I'm really tired, but you know, I feel good. Everything's right with the world. I'm happy. I'm happy to be here with you guys. I truly am. So there's always tonight to try to sleep again, and I'm sure I will. I always do, unless I'm really sick or there's something else going on. But most generally, if I do not sleep well one night, I will sleep just fine the next. So I just hold out for that. In the meantime, I'm happy. Can you believe this morning at 9 o'clock, it was 41 degrees here in Houston. Now, I don't know what it is right now, but I'm going to look, because it's still cold outside. I mean, cold for us. It's 55 degrees. The high today is going to be 61. Now, Wednesday, it's going to be 81, so how do you like that, a 20-degree jump? So I may just actually just fold this under this. Actually, I better cut it off. So yeah, 41 degrees at 9 this morning. So it was cold during the night, you know. I want to be sure I get my little doily on here. I'm thinking I should turn this the other way so I could have put the gold down this side. I'm just thinking. Well, maybe I won't. We'll see. I don't know what I want to do. See, that's what happens when you're sleep deprived. Cannot make appropriate decisions. Like, oh, this is too. Oh no! Don't rip this up. Oh. All right, I gotta put a piece of cardstock behind this, or something else. I already used that. You guys, I do apologize today. But you know, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm well. I'm happy. I'm definitely happy to be here with y'all and spend this time with you. Yeah, if you ever want to round the corners on something and it won't cut because your paper's too thin, just put a piece of a heavier paper behind it. I really wanted something behind this doily. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is maybe cut another another strip. No, I'm not going to do this. Oh dear me. I'm just going to put this down and maybe I'll put I could go like this maybe. Bring it off to the side a little bit. Maybe that's what I will do. No, there's nothing new really going on with me. My little sweet girly. I think I said yesterday she's gonna be 10 months old. And just on the 22nd of this month, 10 months. It's just hard to believe we've had her in our lives for 10 months. And there's not one of us that knows how we lived without her. Isn't that funny what a child can bring into a home? They're just so amazing. So amazing little creatures. And she's so funny. Oh gosh. She's very she loves attention. I mean, she likes to be the center of attention, really, and well, she has been since the day she was born. You can't blame her. It's our fault. And she if you're not paying attention to her, she'll start squealing at the top of her lungs. And whatever she does, whenever she does something, she wants you to clap for her, you know. She deserves applause for everything. She loves to clap. And I'm partially, her and her mom both taught her to clap, but maybe I don't know, have a little bit bigger, I don't know why, but every time she sees me, and she has done this for quite a long time now, for months really, she claps her hands. And before she even really could, you know, clap her hands effectively, but now she can clap. And she likes to be clapped for. If she stands up, you know, she's standing up and holding on. She's not taking steps yet. But, oh, how I wish I could share her pictures with you. And her dad takes her, she's got this little trike, like, it'll become her first tricycle actually, but it's a little stroller type thing too that she's big enough now to use. And her dad takes her outside for a walk, and she likes the bumpiness of the sidewalk, so she kind of hums the whole way along, but it's because she's making that noise. You know how babies like that. They think it's funny. All right, so this is my pocket. Was I off camera? I surely was. Sorry. This is my pocket. But I think I've failed to show you what I was doing. I apologize. All right, let's do the ticket now. All right, so the ticket, this is 4 1/4. I'm going to make it 4 inches by, I measured this how many times now, Maggie? I'm going to make it 6 1/2, I think. How tall is this girly? She's not that tall. Maybe I'll make it 4 by 7. All right, so I'm going to cut it into this lovely piece of paper. I will save it. I'll put it back in its home till next time I need a piece of shiny paper. I did 4. Yeah, 4, and I need to make this 7 inches. Now, Crafty Cat was the inspiration for the next part of this, because I've never done this before. I think I'll make my little indent first. put it in a ticket shape anyway. Maybe this will make me start wanting to use tickets. I don't know. And it doesn't matter if this isn't perfect because, you know, nobody's going to pay that much attention to, are my circles cut equally all the way around? And if they are concerned about that, then to phooey on them. We don't have time for that. Of course I didn't cut that evenly. And these are not, these are Westcott, they say pinking. They're not the best cutting scissors. They're not all that sharp. But they do feel better in my hands than my pinking shears that I use for sewing, which I never really use that much, but I did use them occasionally. Oh, that's not very good, but oh well. All right, now, this was a cutout from that book as well. And I don't think this needs to be on the back. This you can write on the back of this. Now I think I want to put some of this behind her, but I don't want to cover up all the gold. I think that's what I'm going to do. Where's my circle punch? Of course, it's on the bottom of all these other punches. Oh, I was going to cut her little arm out there if I can. I'm proud of myself. I'm getting better with this little knife. I'm very careful with it though, because it would be just like me. When I was first married, I cannot tell you how many times I nearly cut a finger off doing dishes, because I guess I throw the sharp knife in with all the other dishes, and because I didn't know any better, I guess. I'd be screaming for my husband, "Come, I'm bleeding to death." So I try to be now. I've learned over the years. Life has taught me something. Be careful with very sharp objects. They can hurt you. There. But I'm getting better with it. And I like this one. It feels good in my hand, and it's pretty easy to use. Okay. So I'm kind of thinking I just want to put these behind her. here I go, off the camera again, there I go. So how do I want these little circles? Or do I even want to use these? This is not really a tag. I would say this is more of a journaling card. Those are the size, and it would be very easy to write on this. I don't have any sentiments or anything to put on here. I don't think another label, but it seems like it needs something else. I really don't want to put any more of that any gold stuff on here. It's too much. So I think I'll just make it simple and just leave it like this. If anybody has any suggestions for something I could add to it, please let me know, because I can add it later. Oh gosh, is this pocket even going to fit in this journal? I forget I'm not working in a... I bet it's not going to fit, you guys. Oh, it does fit. Yay! And I wanted to use the cardstock envelope just because of the, I guess because of the difference between just the paper cardstock and the glitter and everything, and the, yeah, the sequins and everything. I don't think I inked around this. Oh, maybe I did. All right, let me put these circles down. I think I'm going to use Fabri-Tac because this paper is different. I found some slang words for the 20s. They say they're slang words. I wouldn't know if they are, or they aren't. But I don't feel like they're really what I want to go on this. If any of you are working in this Roaring 20s journal, I will show you this book again just in case you're interested. And it does have a lot of lovely images. So there, like I said, I'm going to keep it simple. Can I get too much simpler than this? Just put this. My desk is a disaster, it really is. Although I did rearrange some stuff, so it did help give me a little bit more room. All right, so this is my ticket and my envelope. And my ticket is a journaling card. It's gonna go right in here. I hope. Isn't it going? There shouldn't be any reason why it doesn't go. Oh, except it's got those flaps on the inside. I probably should have opened up the envelope all the way, maybe. I don't know. Oh, well, that works out good with their head sticking out there. And I will put some glue on these glitters, on these sequins, so they don't fall apart. But that's my 50 stack challenge for today. If you want to see what everybody else is doing, please put in the hashtag in your search bar. Hashtag 50 stack challenge 7, hosted by Amy from Crafty Cat. And you will find it. I think there's lots of people that are participating. And I'll just show you this book. I'm not going to do a flip through. I'm just going to give you the name. Like I said, I don't know how much I paid for it, but I feel like it was too much. It's Lisa Wang. It says it's the heart and soul of gingerbread prints. And this is the cover, which is beautiful. I wish there was some way to use this. I'm sure I'll probably save it and maybe do something else later on with it. It's copyright 2025. Contact info. Info at gingerbreadprints.com. Let me just hold that up so you can see it. Gingerbreadprints.com, and this is a Roaring 20s Deco Fashion Journal. And that's really what it is. It's all fashion, you know. Anyway, there you go, if you're interested. I don't have anything to do with it. So I know it's been hard for some of us to find ephemera for this journal, so I'm just sharing it. All right, everyone, I love you all. Thank you for being here with me today. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. When I get to my next goal of 300, I'm going to give away one of my journals. And don't forget about Happy Mail. That's starting this month. If you're interested in doing Happy Mail, or me sending you Happy Mail, just leave in the comments only once. You only have to leave it on one comment, because when I come across it, when I go through the comments every day, I'm got a list going, so I'll add your name to the list. And I'll probably pick the names randomly after Thanksgiving. I'm not sure what date will be, the day will be though, and I will, before I pick the names, I'll read the list off in case I missed your name somehow. I don't know. I will read the list of names because I want everybody that wants to participate to have a chance. So, and if I could send something to everybody, I would do that. But you know how that goes. So yeah, you know, if you haven't indicated that you're interested by putting Happy Mail in the comments, please go ahead and do it. There's no obligation. The only obligation there is to please, I'm hoping to have a post office box by then, but if I don't, it would be to keep my address private, and to be a subscriber, and I guess I need to say over 18, and then I might, before when I get your email with your address, I might have a couple questions I want to ask you. Very simple, like what's one of your favorite colors? What's a theme that you like? And do you celebrate Christmas? I think those are the 3 questions that I was thinking about. So join in the fun. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I know it'll be fun for me to send you things. So I'm going to get off of here for now. Please be kind to each other, those around you. Try to find one thing to be grateful for today, even though you didn't have any sleep last night or you don't feel well. find one thing to be grateful for, at least one thing. I'm sure you have many, many things to be thankful for. And find something, do something that brings joy to you, that makes you happy. So I love you all. You're in my prayers, and I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.